Time to take a look at some trading opportunities. Hi, my name is John. This is Supermarket FX. Here we talk about ways to simplify your trading and free you from the belief that trading can't be done. If this is your first time here, just hit the subscribe button. Now let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to take a look at CAD-JPY and a few other pairs on potential opportunities you could have taken. Hopefully you got in on this one because there was a few opportunities. Now you can see that the area is marked up and we've got the area drawn all the way across. This is on TradingView for those that aren't familiar with it. And I'm just waiting for price to come back into that area. And you can see that it took a few days to reach that exact same spot. So it left the area and it came back. So when price came back into that area, now we take a look and drop down to the 1 minute time frame. This is where it gets really exciting. So you can see that price has come into the area and it bounced back and forth into that area several times. Coming and going, coming and going. Now, there's a couple different spots that you could have taken entry. Now you're not going to get them all, but if you're looking here, you can see that price came into the area. Engulfing pattern, you could have entered in on the trade. At the close of the candle, stop loss just above, and you would have targeted the low. Now this was 1.67, and actually this one was fairly quick. Four-minute trade, so that one's not bad. And what does it do? It comes back in again. Now I'm not a big fan of this one. This is certainly not picture perfect for engulfing. I'm not saying you couldn't have taken it, but I wouldn't have taken that one myself. Price pushes down, comes back into the area, and in this situation, what do we see here? We see another opportunity. Now, I usually don't like to see anything closer than 3 pips. That's entirely up to you if you try that. You're targeting the low, and you can see again, this was risk to reward of 3. And when you're taking a look at it, entered in on the trade. So yeah, it was only 15 minutes. Price comes back into the area. I wouldn't have got in on this one. This isn't an engulfing pattern. I'd like to see it go a little further than that, not be trapped within the wicks. Comes back into the area, a little higher up. Pushes down, comes back up. This would have been one here as well. Stop loss just above. Target at the low, and that would have been a successful trade, or it may not have hit it. Now, when you see this happen, the thing you want to make sure that you do is close the trade out. If this happens, if you find it wicking right into your area, I think at that point it's best just to close the trade out and wait for the next opportunity, because price may not come back and go the rest of the way. And it really did reach your area, but because it didn't close, just close the trade out. And that one again, entering in on the trade. 19 minutes. You can see how quickly you're in and out of trades, and this can happen over and over again. Now, this one here, you could have entered in on this one. Just above. It would have been nice to see it a little bit lower than this, but you could have taken it there. Target the low. And as I've mentioned before, I just target the bodies, and I don't go for the wick low. And this one here would have been another successful trade. 6 minutes. Comes back up. This is an engulfing pattern, but I don't think I would have taken this one. Price pulls away, comes back up. I definitely would have taken this one. You can see signs of exhaustion followed by an engulfing pattern. Stop loss just above. Target the low. $3.33 for risk to reward. And 25-minute trade. And you can see again, well, this time it did push past, but if I would have seen this and it would have come right to where I expect it to close, and it doesn't, and it wicks back, I would have closed the trade on the close of that candle. As far as I'm concerned, that's close enough. So today, just on this pair alone, can you see all the opportunities you could have taken? It doesn't mean that they're always going to happen, but when they do happen, it could be a really great day for you. And that was just on the one pair. So now let's take a look at another pair and see what you could have taken. All right, so we're taking a look at Euro USD. It would be hard to leave this pair out. Now you can clearly see I have two areas marked off, waiting for price to return to those areas where I expect that it can potentially react. Doesn't mean that it will, but it's just helping me create a bias on where to take an entry. And when we take a look here and we go to the 1 minute, okay, so when we're looking at the 1 minute here, what do we see? We can see how price came back into the area. Now, when it comes into the area, if you were more aggressive, you could get into the trade. It might be wise to have a bigger stop loss. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what you can do is wait for price to tell you a little bit more. So give it an opportunity to come back and show more of its hand. And maybe that'll potentially prevent you from having an additional loss. Might reduce the amount of losses through the week. So price comes back into the area. What do we see? An engulfing pattern. Now that is one thing I talk about on this channel. So this, and you could see that it just pushed past the area. So I would have considered this a potential trading opportunity. And you could have targeted that high, or you could have targeted the high up here as well. Now, you could see with this one, if you would have put it just below, you would have gotten stopped out, which you're not going to win every trade, so you need to start realizing that. Price comes back into the area, and what do we see? We see another opportunity. Stop loss just below the wick, and you could have targeted this high, you could have targeted this high, and if we would have taken a look here, there we go, this would have been a risk to reward of 4.84. One hour and 13-minute trade. And again, what I mentioned before, if I see it come in, it looks like it would have closed it out this time, but if for some reason your trade is still running, you notice that it should have closed and it wicked back a little bit on the close of that candle, just exit the trade and collect your profit, because there's no way of knowing if the trade will continue going up or down. If you've almost reached your target, just close it. And then it continues to push through after. So you can see that there are opportunities every day when scalping the market. It just requires a little bit of patience. And if you want to know how I do this, I will leave a link at the top of the screen that shows this exact method. If you have any questions about this, let me know, and I will try to get back to you.